Let's take a moment and reflect on one of the most electrifying players in NBA history, Stephen Curry, known to the world simply as Steph Curry. This man, Steph Curry, isn't just another NBA player. He's a phenomenon, a pioneer, a game changer. Whether you know him as Chef Curry, Mr. Three-Point Line, or the guy who regularly defies physics with his impossible shots, there's no denying his greatness. Watch him get a sliver of space, launch a three-pointer, and boom, it's like magic. The crowd goes wild, and even seasoned players are left in awe. But let me tell you, there's a nickname for Steph that many haven't heard of, unless, of course, you're in France. Over there, they call him Che Diablo du Curry. Translated, it means the Devil of Curry, a nod to his ruthless domination on the court. Every time Steph steps onto the hardwood, defenses are left scrambling, and opponents are left questioning how they let the Devil beat them again. Curry's ability to torment defenses feels almost diabolical. Let's not forget, Steph is 36 now. But does age really matter when you're a transcendent player like him? Not really. And while we're at it, let's remember his old running mates. Draymond Green, still one of the league's most divisive figures, remains the heart of the Warriors' defense. Sure, he's no stranger to controversy, but his impact is undeniable. And then there's Klay Thompson. Yes, he's wearing a Mavericks jersey now, but the departure of one splash brother doesn't mean the end of the Warriors. The 2025 Golden State Warriors? They're still in the mix. And as long as Steph is on the roster, they're coming for one thing, the Larry O'Brien Trophy. The real question now is, what's next for this Warriors squad? Are they still a playoff contender? A title threat? Or could they be heading for a crash landing in the lottery? Some analysts, including former All-Star Gilbert Arenas, believe Golden State's glory days are over. Arenas has boldly predicted that the Warriors are bound for the lottery. Yes, the lottery. But is the dynasty really done? Has Steph's time come and gone after 4 championships? No way. Let's be real for a second, Gilbert Arenas is dead wrong. Sure, the Warriors may not look like the team that dominated the league in the past, but to count them out now would be a massive mistake. As long as Steph Curry is lacing up those sneakers, Golden State will always have a fighting chance. Don't forget, Steph isn't just coasting on past achievements. This is the same guy who single-handedly saved Team USA in the 2024 Olympics, pulling off a heroic performance that halted any doubts about his abilities. He may be 36, but don't let that fool you. He's still a generational talent capable of carrying a team on his back. Let me share a personal story. I made my predictions for the 2024 NBA playoffs. I called for a Celtics-Mavericks final before the first tip-off, and guess what? I nailed it. And when I say that the 2025 Warriors still have a legitimate shot at a title, believe me, they do. You see, Steph Curry isn't the only reason the Warriors are still relevant. There's also Jonathan Kuminga, the athletic dynamo who's ready to take the next step in his career. Kuminga has spent the summer refining his game, and you can see the growth. He's not just a raw athlete anymore. He's becoming a polished player who can shoot from deep and understands the game at a higher level. At 22, Kuminga is entering his prime, and I'm predicting a breakout year for him. 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. And let's not forget the contract year phenomenon. Players tend to perform exceptionally well when they're about to hit free agency, and Kuminga is on the verge of restricted free agency. You can bet he'll be playing his heart out. But Kuminga isn't the only Warrior poised to make waves. The roster, while not flashy, is solid from top to bottom. Behind Curry, the team boasts a mix of youthful talent and veteran experience. Draymond Green may be getting older, but his basketball IQ is still off the charts. Brandon Pinsky, a fearless rookie, is hungry to prove himself. Moses Moody, another young player with upside, is primed to make a bigger impact. And don't sleep on Trayce Jackson-Davis, the big man who quietly had a stellar season last year. Then there's the bench, a critical element for any championship contender. With players like Dean Melton, Buddy Hield, and Kyle Anderson aka Slow Mo, The Warriors have a versatile second unit that can plug in gaps and hold down the fort when the starters rest. Now, some might argue that the Warriors missed out by not acquiring a star like Lauri Markkanen in free agency. But let's be honest, would it have been worth giving up key assets like Kuminga or Moses Moody for a big man? Probably not. Danny Ainge, the Utah Jazz GM, is notorious for winning trades, and Golden State wisely avoided falling into that trap. At first glance, the Warriors may not appear to be a powerhouse, but dig deeper and you'll see a team that's built for another deep playoff run. It all starts with Steph Curry, the engine that makes everything go. With his leadership and the team's solid foundation, don't be surprised if they exceed expectations yet again. The 2025 season could be another chapter in the legendary saga of the Warriors dynasty. So, as we head into the season, take a moment to appreciate the greatness of Steph Curry. Remember his words from the Olympics. "Don't worry about me." And if history has shown us anything, it's that when Steph speaks, we should all listen. Here at Sport Pulse, we'll be keeping an eye on every twist and turn in the Warriors' journey. Stay tuned.